What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Hope you have an incredible day, and welcome back to Mini Motorways. You guys actually have been asking for this quite a while. Essentially, I have to put a disclaimer into this. This video is going to be about how to control the spawn, how I'm doing it, you know, like using spare roads to block certain areas. A lot of people have been asking, yeah, but where do you put them? Like, how do you do it? I try to do it, but I fail. I'm gonna tell you how I do it. I don't really know if it would always make sense. There's probably a better way to do it, but yeah, I don't know. To get to the disclaimer, I've read a lot of comments saying, yeah, it's not meant to be like that. It's even maybe some people say it's cheating. It's absolutely not cheating. The game has been out for 2 years already. It was never taken out of the game because it's a core mechanic of the game. That's what you gotta understand. The developers decided that if something spawns, it wouldn't delete roads. So, of course, it makes you use roads essentially where you don't want to have spawn. It's as simple as that. So, if you don't like this tactic, if you don't like controlling the spawn, that's absolutely fine. But then this video is probably not the right one for you. If you want to get into it, if you want to understand how I'm doing it, if you want to just try it out, then this video is for you. We're going to jump in. And yeah, actually I'm going to start with pretty much a troubleshooting, I would say. I'm going to play this round by not controlling the spawn at all. I'm just gonna leave it run, and hopefully we get some pretty bad spawns. I would hope so. I'm just realizing it's so much less stressful without even trying to control the spawn. Like, we're just gonna let it run, right? You're just connecting the houses with the malls. I mean, there's not really much to it, but I mean, that's what it is. It's alright. I think doing stuff like these, it's just a basic thing about this game. It's just what it's meant to be, in my opinion. Like, otherwise, it's just connecting roads with houses. There's nothing to it. You just go the straight way, and that's it. Speeding it up to wait for the next spawn. Also, I've read multiple comments saying, yeah, you don't have to block the corners really, because buildings can spawn to buildings. And this is apparently something they've, yeah, changed. In the beginning, it was always possible to actually spawn right at the center, or at the corner, or whatever, right next to each other. So, this is the perfect example of what I'm trying to avoid. We have this open space, and we have an intersection right at the exit of the mall. And this is what you don't want to have. Like, if you have an intersection at the entrance of a mall, it's gonna, yeah, become problematic at some point. So I don't have anything, any place to go, any open space that I could work with. There's only one thing that I could do really now. It's, at least I think it's the only thing that makes sense. I would just have to go around, maybe like this, spend a lot of roads. Okay. And we would be fine, but it's only the 4th mall, really. And already got us into trouble. This one's fine. Let's do it like this. All right. Another example, it's spawning right to my road. I mean, for this one, it doesn't matter too much. Also, I could just leave that entrance, but I want to keep it open, so I'm just doing it like this for now. But that's usually what you would like to avoid. Alright, another one. I think this is our last example before we're jumping into how I'm doing it and what I'm looking for. This is exactly the problem. Like, it's 100% yeah, luck, basically, if you're not controlling the spawn. For this one, we still would be fine if we wanted to keep watch all the rules that I'm usually doing. We could just go this way, it would be fine. Alright, and from here we could, yeah, let's just do it for now. I mean, motorway would work anyways, but we have to set it down over here. And it would be fine. At this point, we're only at 250 points. So, if you think about it, we have a lot of space in the city center. And that's great, that's fine. But the more spawn that happens like this, it will just put way more pressure into the city center and to the roads around the outsides and stuff. So this is why I usually control the spawn, and this is exactly what I don't want to happen. We're restarting and jumping into how I would do it. I'm not gonna play this to the end. It's just supposed to be a quick, short intro in how I'm doing it. First of all, I'm probably always having almost 0 roads because I tend to use all of them. It's a little more stressful, but I think it's fine. Basically what I'm doing is just, I'm looking at the map and I'm thinking, where would be the worst place for mall to spawn? Right now, just what you saw in the troubleshooting video, I wouldn't want anything to have over here. So let's say if this was a mall, this, do it like this, and the entrance would be here, it would just connect to this road. So to prevent this, the malls have at least 2x3. So usually I do something like this. If we wanted to save roads, we could also just, you know, do something like this. And we would essentially, or maybe even like this, we would essentially have blocked this whole space from a mall. Right here, nothing can happen really. It's just two squares. Up here, it definitely can do so. So I'm usually just going like this. On the outer roads, usually I would also save this zone down here, but it's not really free yet, so I'm just going for it. So why definitely shouldn't you just, yeah, start like, well, I'm just blocking everything there is, and we're good, right? I'm just doing it like this. If you have seen my video where I blocked the whole map, the demand just got way too crazy. So I assume the game code just takes the demand and it splits it on the malls that are here probably. So even one mall will have a lot of trouble if you yeah, avoid too many other malls to spawn. Alright, we're speeding it up for now. A very important part, which you always have to be aware of, is look at how big the map is. Because sometimes, I mean, it will expand and without you even noticing. There will be, if we have like 2 more spaces down here, a mall could essentially spawn here and yeah, maybe connect to the intersection. Apparently they changed something like this, that malls usually leave some free space. It wasn't always like this, apparently it is now. A lot of you guys actually told me that. Yeah. So this is what happened I assume it could have been that it would just spawn down here and connect it to here. So now we pushed it one further up and we have a lot of space for the road to go through. So this is essentially what I usually do. Now, since I connected it, I'm just rethinking it. Okay, the outer roads, a mall right here would be bad. Like, seriously, you won't be able to score a high score or even a little more higher score if you have one bad spawn and it messes you up. Another one. Not much of a problem. We have a lot of space. We're going that way, this way. And now, once again, we have to rethink this. I mean, just look at the map right now. Think where you would put the roads. I personally, right now, it's not really that much of a deal because, yeah, right here, no more can spawn. But as soon as it expands, like the map expands on the top, we will be in trouble probably again. So I'd probably do stuff like this. Maybe like this or something. And then watch until it expands at the top another time. And now we're getting into a position where, yeah, it could get problematic at some point. Because, as for now, we only have one space open. A mall could only spawn over here, or now that it expanded, down here. And that's a problem. You don't want to block too much. Like, as I said, the demand is going to be way too high. You're just, yeah, trying to keep the balance. It takes a little bit of practice, really, but if there is an open field, like over here, I would just keep it. I wouldn't go, yeah, like, block everything, as I said in the beginning. I think it's always important to have some open spaces. Okay, that's perfect. I don't know where it would have spawned. Might be the same, might be not. But that's great, really. So, blocking here, blocking there. Basically, just doing what I always do. Like, I'm keeping the spaces around the malls empty. Empty of houses, empty of everything. Because I want to be able to squeeze a road through. That's essentially it. And the other part is I'm looking for the outer streets because I don't want to have malls spawn directly to the street. Like if a mall spawned down here, let's just say like this. Yeah, something like this. And the entrance was here. It would already be a problem. We could technically go on the outside, around the outside, or we would already have to use a bridge, which I really wouldn't really like to at this point. Yeah, so just keep an eye open. As for now, I would keep an eye open on this section, because if it expands twice, there might be a bad spawn up here. Essentially, yeah, making problems with this road. And that's just how I play. That's pretty much it. There's not really more to it. You just have to get a feeling for it. I hope this was helpful to you. If it did, let me know with a sub, with a like, with a comment. Rule number 1, the exits of the malls. Always. One part that I didn't quite mention. Yeah, I think I didn't. The game will spawn houses mostly at one spot. For this map, apparently it doesn't really, but there's maps out there where it just creates these huge suburbs. Like here a house, there a red house, red house, red house, red house, red house. You definitely want to have the option to get through there. So if I realize, there's multiple houses, I would just keep that space open as well. So maybe like this or something. So I know if I had to, I would easily, if houses spawn up here and the mall spawned down here, I could just connect those, make it through the houses without really a problem. And I had an open road, which wouldn't really make trouble. So yeah, maybe like this or something. Yeah. Usually by now I would also have a motorway probably. But this could be an example. What I just said. Could, I mean, I'm low on roads, so I would have to rethink this. But you could as well. Oh, it works. You could as well do something like this. Then you would just have to rethink it. Okay, right here, no more will I be able to spawn. Maybe the road would be better up here. Same goes for this one. And just, yeah, restructure it really. Something like this. I hope this was helpful. A lot of people have been asking for this, so this one definitely was for you. Just give it a try. This is what I usually would do. We're already at Sunday, so we're gonna get fresh roads and then we can just start into the next week. I think this would be a good start, a great start for this one. So that's essentially it. I hope you enjoyed. If you did so, as I said, let me know. Sub, like, comment, whatever you want to do. And hope to see you very soon, guys. Thanks.